السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Hello, my lovely student. With you, Mr. Abdurrahman Muhammad, science teacher from Al Karim Al Azhari Institute. This video for grade 6 student. Today, inshallah, we will continue our lesson, the previous lesson, which you call the electric lamp. Electric circuit. To know the concept of electric circuit, we should look at this picture. This picture represents a simple electric circuit. A simple electric circuit or the electric circuit, it is a closed and continuous path. It is a closed and continuous متتابع path through which the electric current اللي هي electricity passes to make a complete cycle. What is the component of the electric circuit? It consists of battery, and the battery is the source of electricity. When the electricity comes into wires, it passes through the electric circuit. يبقى electric circuit, it is a closed and continuous path through which the electric current passes to make a complete cycle. What is the component or the simple electric circuit consists of? Number one, battery is a source of electric current. الباتري دي it is a source of electric current. دي اللي هتطلع electricity. Number two, electric wires اللي هي made from copper. Electric wires, they are used to connect the battery to the lamp. Used to connect all parts of the electric circuit. الwires connect all parts of the electric circuit. Number three, lamp, and it is used to indicate the presence of electricity. Indicate يعني نكشف the presence of electricity. If there is electricity in the electric circuit, the lamp will light. Number four, and the last thing is the key, and the key to control, to open and close the electric circuit عشان نتحكم نشوف فين احنا عايزين electric current ولا لا. يبقى كده electric circuit دي الديفينيشن، وعرفنا انها consists of four main parts اللي هو الباتري، electric wires، اللامب and key. Look at this picture. What is the difference between the shape number 1 and the shape number 2? And why the shape number 1 the lamp light and the shape number 2 the lamp will not light? That's because the switch in the shape number 1 the switch is on, but in shape number 2 the switch is off. Shape number 1, the electric circuit are closed because all parts of the electric circuit are connected together, so the electric current can pass to make a complete cycle and return it again, so the lamp will light. But in the shape number 2, when the electric current comes from the battery and it is started to move and he will need to reach the other side, he can't move because the switch is off, so the electric circuit is opened, and when the electric circuit is opened there is no electric current, so the lamp will not light. In the shape number 1, a closed electric circuit where all parts are connected together, so the lamp will light. But in the shape number 2, an opened electric circuit where all parts or where all the parts of the electric circuit are not connected together, so the lamp will not light. So when the electric circuit is closed, the lamp will light, and when the electric circuit is open, the lamp will not light. Ways of connection. We have two ways to connect the electric machines and the electric lamps in our daily life, which are series connection and number two, parallel connection. Again, series connection and parallel connection. What are the difference between the series connection and the parallel connection? Please, let's start with the number one, series connection. Series connection, lamps are connected one after another. Lamps are connected one after another. So the electric current has only one route to pass through. The electric current has only one route to pass through. And the light intensity of light decreases by increasing the number of lamps. That's mean when we have two lamps, the light intensity decreases when we add one more lamps to the electric circuit. So the series connection lamps are connected in one after another, and the electric current has only one route to pass through. There is only one route to pass. And when we remove or unscrewing one lamp, the rest of lamps will turning off because the electric current has only one route to pass through, and this is the series connection. The lamps are connected one after another, and the electric current has only one route. And the light intensity of the light intensity means the power of light. القوة بتاعت الإضاءة. The light intensity of the light decreases by increasing the number of lamps. وده اللي احنا هنشوفه في الفيديو كمان شوية. طب نمبر 2 يا مستر parallel connection. لا parallel connection lamps are connected in parallel and the electric current has many routes to pass through. Look at this picture. The electric current may pass through the one route of this, or the second, or the third, or the fourth. So the electric current has many routes to pass through. That's called branching. And the light intensity of the light remains constant, doesn't change by increasing the number of the lamps. That means when we have two lamps, the light intensity is that's in the 100 lamps. So the light intensity doesn't change, remains constant by increasing the number of the lamps. وده برضو هنشوفه في الفيديو كمان شوية. Number 4, unscrewing or remove or damage of one lamp in parallel. The rest of the lamp still light, doesn't affect the other lamp. So there is a difference between series and parallel connection. Series has only one route, but in parallel has many routes. The light intensity in series connection decreases by increasing the lamp, but in parallel the light intensity of light doesn't change by increasing the number of lamps. And the last thing, in series connection, on unscrewing or turning off one lamp, the other lamp will turn off, but in parallel the rest of lamps is still light. Now we will watch a video about the series and the parallel connection and the difference between them.
In this video, we're going to go over series and parallel circuits as it relates to the brightness of a light bulb. So right now we have one light bulb. I want to show you how bright it is when I apply 3 volts to this light bulb. As you can see, it's pretty bright. And if I use the entire 6 volts on it, it's going to burn out, so I don't want to do that. Now let's see what happens when we put another light bulb in series with this one. So here we have 2 light bulbs in series. Notice that the brightness decreased. The 2 light bulbs are not as bright as the individual light bulb before. The reason being is each light bulb carries resistance. Now these are identical light bulbs. When you put two resistors in series with one another, the total resistance increases. And according to Ohm's law, whenever you increase the resistance of a circuit, keeping the voltage the same, the current is going to decrease. And that's why these two light bulbs, that's why they're not as bright as the first one. It's because there's less current flowing through the 2 light bulbs due to the increase in resistance. So now we have 3 light bulbs in series with one another. As you can see, the brightness has been further reduced due to less current flowing through these 3 light bulbs. And so that's the disadvantage of series circuits. When you put multiple light bulbs in series, the brightness decreases. Each light bulb has a voltage drop across it. So the voltage across each light bulb would be approximately 1 volt because you have 3 volts connected across all 3 light bulbs. So because the voltage across each light bulb is less, there's going to be less current flowing through it. The total resistance of the circuit is 3 times as high as when we first started. And so that's the main reason why we see this decrease in brightness, is because there's less current flowing in the circuit. So here's the first light bulb again, and you can see it's much brighter than the 3 light bulbs in series. Now what we're going to do now is we're going to connect another light bulb in parallel to this one, and we're going to see if the brightness is affected at all. Now we have the two light bulbs in parallel with one another, and as we could see, they are equally bright. The reason for this is because both light bulbs are connected directly across the source. They both have 3 volts across each light bulb. As a result, the same amount of current is flowing through these two identical light bulbs. And that's why when you connect light bulbs in parallel with each other, the brightness is the same. It doesn't reduce because the voltage across each light bulb is the same, which will induce the same amount of current, assuming the two resistances are the same for each light bulb. Now we have 3 light bulbs in parallel with each other, and the brightness has not decreased. Each of these 3 light bulbs have 3 volts across them, and so the same amount of current is flowing through each light bulb. Now the only thing that has increased is the total current being drawn from the battery, because it's powering 3 light bulbs, so it takes more energy from the battery. So make sure you understand that whenever you have multiple light bulbs connected in series, the brightness will be reduced because the current flowing through each light bulb is reduced. But whenever you have 3 light bulbs connected in parallel with one another, the brightness remains the same because the current flowing through each resistor is the same. But the total current
Finally, some notes about our lesson. Number 1. The electric lamps and the electric machine in house are connected in parallel, not in series. يقول لك give reason. The electric lamps are connected in parallel in house. هتقول له ايه بقى يا مستر؟ الإجابة تقول ايه؟ To avoid turning off the rest of the lamps when one lamp is turned off or broken. علشان if any lamp is turned off or broken, the rest of lamps still light and doesn't affect. So the electric lamps are connected in house in parallel. Number 2. The fluorescent lamps are called neon lamp. بدل ما نقول fluorescent lamp بنسميها neon lamp. Although they don't contain neon gas. بس ما فيهمش neon gas. Finally, we have finished our lesson today. If you have any question, please connect me. And I hope to see you soon. Goodbye.